Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 13th of May and this time I have a little bit of news regarding Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. As the studio co-founder Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield have spoken on the topic of how Sledgehammer Games, of course developing this title, approached their solo entry to the series, and apparently they're going to be approaching it as a brand new IP. Now, when they were speaking with the Game Informer, the Senior Development Director Aaron Halen did stress that Sledgehammer does have a commitment to Call of Duty's 60 FPS display and other such tropes, but he did say that the shooter will actually have a new spin. Now, of course, as we know by now, one of these new ideas is the exo-suit that can be worn by the protagonist Mitchell and of course then be upgraded through experience earned in the campaign. And this will let you stealth cloak, hover in midair, use superhuman strength and much more, which of course are pretty new ideas to the Call of Duty franchise. In the original interview, however, co-founder Michael Condrey did add, quote, "Yeah, we're really looking forward to sharing more because we think it will have some meaningful way to make this franchise feel it's got Sledgehammer's mark on it." And then the fellow co-founder, Glenn Schofield, said, quote, "We approached this like we would any new IP. I mean, this has been one heck of a creative challenge. I mean, everything is brand new in the game." And then he added that the game will include, quote, "some pretty big experiments to the core mechanics that will affect multiplayer and every mode of the game." And then they were naturally asked what they would say to fans worried about a new team entering the Call of Duty cycle. Halen, of course, we heard from earlier, said, quote, "Don't worry about it. I mean, look again, we're fans. We're really scrutinising what we're doing ourselves and we can't wait to show the stuff off." To be honest with you, I think most people who are Call of Duty fans would welcome a little bit of a breath of fresh air into the series, especially after the criticism that Call of Duty Ghosts received. I think we can all welcome a little bit of creativity back into Call of Duty. I think Black Ops 2 was pretty creative, although you could still feel the constrainment of Activision over the game. But it seems like this time Sledgehammer have a little bit more room to play and are actually getting fairly creative with the ideas in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, the biggest attest to this, in my opinion, is that I'm actually vaguely interested in this game. Now, Call of Duty is not really my cup of tea. I'm not really into FPS generally speaking. Usually the ones I like are things like Bioshock, The Darkness 2, Bioshock, of course, the new one, and just, you know, things are a little bit unusual and things like that, more old school ones like Shadow Warrior and Hard Reset and stuff like that. So I'm not really into modern FPS, it's just not really my thing, but this has actually piqued my interest. I'm quite curious to see how this actually turns out, and I may end up checking it out. We'll have to see how it goes. So, I would like to hear some thoughts from veterans of the series. What do you think of these upcoming changes, and what changes would you like to see them add other than the ones they've already mentioned? Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.